when you're consistently seeing someone and you're overvaluing their worth, or you're falling in love too fast, right? Or you're afraid of losing them. All of those things is not a problem of your value. It's really a problem of perspective, right? And this is why this is so powerful. This is from the 33 Strategies of War by Robert Greene.
11. Trade space for time. The non-engagement strategy. Retreat in the face of a strong enemy is a sign not of weakness, but of strength. By resisting the temptation to respond to an aggressor, you buy yourself valuable time to recover, to think, to gain perspective.
And this is usually what you don't want to do, right? Usually when you're in a situation or conflict with a partner, you really don't want to disengage. All of your instincts are telling you to engage. And what I'm telling you is to go against those instincts. Disengage. See what could happen. You'd be surprised how much power and leverage you gain by just pulling away in order to change your perspective.
Let your enemies advance. Time is more important than space. By refusing to fight, you infuriate them and feed their arrogance. They will soon overextend themselves and start making mistakes. Time will reveal them as rash and you as wise. Sometimes you can accomplish most by doing nothing.
Yeah, and you see, a lot of people just don't understand that most people's confidence is really just a front. It's really just a front. And a lot of the times pulling away is when you hit them where it hurts. Right? A lot of us buy into the appearance that the people who we're dealing with are truly confident and truly have a strong sense of self. Everyone acts like they don't care, but they do. And the thing that people really care the most is validation from the opposite sex. Social validation, of course, but most importantly, validation from the opposite sex. And sometimes them having you in a state of anxiety where you don't want to lose them, them knowing that you will never leave them, knowing that you love them, sometimes is validation in and of itself, but they hide that. They hide that they feed on that validation. And you expose that insecurity, you expose those true feelings by leaving, by pulling away. And you remove that validation, which then, if you wait long enough, you'll notice that this person that seemed ultra confident, all of a sudden is begging to have your attention. That doesn't happen often, but if you're actually with them and you're going out with them consistently, this is most people. The thing is, most people just really try hard to hide that. They really try hard to hide how dependent they are of you. And unfortunately, if they don't show you that they're depending on you when you leave, then they're not meant for you, people. It's just that simple. This is the part that I want you guys to understand, is that it not working means it's working because it's revealing what's going on inside. And what people try hardest the most is to hide how they feel.
Hit them where it hurts. The center of gravity strategy. Everyone has a source of power on which he or she depends. When you look at your rivals, search below the surface for that source, the center of gravity that holds the entire structure together. That center can be their wealth, their popularity, a key position.
And sometimes that center is literally the confidence you imbued in people because of your unwillingness to leave, your willingness to take the bullshit. Like literally, sometimes we create a center of gravity because of our excessive validation. And sometimes literally leaving, you decenter them, you hit them where it hurts.
A winning strategy. Hitting them there will inflict disproportionate pain. Find what the other side most cherishes and protects. That is where you must strike.
Right? And usually it's just their emotions. Getting them to become emotional, getting them to become impatient, getting them to imagine the worst. And that usually just comes down to from you just subtly pulling away. It's just as simple as that. Their brain will do the dirty work for them. So you gain perspective.
Retreat in the face of a strong enemy is a sign not of weakness, but of strength. By resisting the temptation to respond to an aggressor, you buy yourself valuable time to recover, to think, to gain perspective. Let your enemies advance. Time is more important than space. By refusing to fight, you infuriate them and feed their arrogance. They will soon overextend themselves and start making mistakes. Time will reveal them as rash and you as wise. Sometimes you can accomplish
You gain perspective because retreat allows you to find yourself and remove yourself from the infecting influence of other people, right? Why? Because some people want you to be there. They want to put pressure on you so that you don't think straight. They want to almost like a blitzkrieg strategy, where they put so much pressure on you, you lose the ability to think straight, and then you make mistakes, which reveals your strategy. And when you make those types of mistakes, you make even more mistakes. Why? Because we start to respond. We usually respond to things routinely and mechanically instead of understanding their differences. So rather than responding to the actual moment, we respond to our fantasies, because by them putting pressure on us, we collapse on the inside, and we start projecting our fears, right? It's like a boxer who's told to box right, but as soon as things get chaotic, they forget the strategy they were applying, and they start boxing out of instinct. And this is what usually happens. And when this happens, you just go back to your habits, and you literally start to make the mistakes you promised not to make. And you say to yourself, why do I keep doing this? Why do I keep making these same mistakes? It's because you're not allowing yourself time to retreat. You're not giving yourself proper distance from that person or from the group, so that you could actually start to see the difference between this situation and the other ones, so that you don't respond mechanically. And we do that because we're humans. We get infected by the other person's mood and the other person's tempo. Right? So they might be going too fast for us, and because we sort of don't know how to stop it, we go at their pace and we make mistakes. Sometimes it's better to just stop everything, slow things the fuck down, and say, hey, look, I'm gonna take a step back, and you just start pulling away. Because the next thing will happen is that they become the aggressor, right? And the reason why it's important for them to become the aggressor is because you want them to come to you instead.
Law 8. Make other people come to you. Use bait if necessary. Judgment. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. It is always better to make your opponent come to you, abandoning his own plans in the process. Lure him with fabulous gains, then attack.
Right.
You
So
hold the cards.
So by you getting them to become the aggressor because you stop doing something, you literally stop acting, and you get in a defensive position, which will force them to come to you. Your enemy wants you to react. They start to overextend themselves and make mistakes because you're not reacting to them. They reveal their emotions, they reveal their intentions, and you pretty much gain leverage because of that. Remember, in life, what could go wrong will go wrong. And in war, what could go wrong will go wrong. You create that type of chaos where they lose all of their strategies and act out of emotion, exactly what you want. So then, because of that, because you're creating that type of chaos, they're getting aggressive, they're getting impatient. What could go wrong will go wrong. And usually it's in your favor. Right? You get them to lose control.
Your idea of power is wrong. You have mistaken aggressive action for effective action. And most often, the most effective action is to stay back, keep calm, and let others be frustrated by the traps you lay for them, playing for long-term power rather than quick victory. Remember, the essence of power is the ability to keep the initiative, to get others to react to your moves, to keep your opponent and those around you on the defensive. When you make other people come to you, you suddenly become the one controlling the situation. And the one who has control has power.
And if they don't come to you, when you're pulling away, then you don't want that. Fuck that. Nah, I'm good. You really are that happy without me, then I don't want to be with you. And that is the ultimate leverage. You just have to be okay with that reality and not try to change it when you get the results that you don't want. If you apply this, your mind will be in a supreme state of peace. when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex, when it comes to dealing with people in your life. And you may not get the results that you want, but listen, you're gonna have that peace of mind that allows you to become more flexible in the midst of chaos, that allows you to think straight and to create strategies that actually hit their mark, because you're in a state of calm and tranquility, and you're causing them to lose their focus and their emotions, and that will always bring you leverage. And that's the power of pulling away, people. These are the three amazing things that will happen when you pull away. You will increase your honor and respect, you will gain perspective, and you make them the aggressor, which gives you power. And that's how you do it, people. All right. Anyways, if you guys want to learn more about this, you can purchase my courses under the description down below where I talk about this. If you guys want to work with me one-on-one, go to mindfulattraction.org, and I'll see you guys there. All right, if you guys enjoy these videos about stoicism, dating, relationships, self-help, moving up in life, I would recommend you guys check out some of my courses that I have for sale. These courses are courses for men and women. For example, Nice Girl, Nice Guy is a course about how to become more assertive. Natural Chemistry is a course for women that I have on how to develop strong relationships. Dark Game is a controversial course that I have for guys on how to attract women in their life and keep it. It's not as dark as it seems, but we do talk about some dark psychology in here. Psychological Game of Attraction is a course that we made for women who are single. And as you see, we have a course about how to develop charisma, emotional mastery, which is a course about how to develop a meditation practice and how to improve your emotional life, to become more resilient, to not let rejection hit you so hard, to be able to bounce back from failure. I have a course called Nice Guy, which is a course for guys who are single and guys who want to be able to develop more assertiveness training, right? Most of these courses come at $99. And there you could also purchase the bundle where you guys can purchase all of the courses in one go at a discounted rate, right? We have a bundle for women and a bundle for men. So click in the description down below to check them out. You could browse around and see the courses that you like. And if you don't like them, you guys can ask for a 30-day money-back guarantee, and I'll give you guys the money back, okay? And in fact, we actually have a new one for women right now we're developing. It's called The Feminine Woman. So if you're a woman watching, this course is specifically to help women become more feminine, to embrace their feminine while embracing their masculine energy. And I'm actually going to make a course for that, like that for men, which is called the Masculine Man, which is a course on how to develop masculinity and develop masculine energy, to attract women in your life, to attract business success in your life, to be able to be better socializing, to read people better. It's truly an all-around course. So if you guys want to check out those courses, click on the description down below where it says purchase the courses, and I'll see you guys inside. Bye-bye.